Hello, this is Sonja from my Happy Space. Welcome back at my channel. Today I'm going to do something fun. I am following a challenge, a sort of a December daily type of challenge that Barbara from 49dragonflies is holding on her channel. She and Luise Heinzl, they have a collaboration and they are making each day an ephemera piece for a junk journal. And I thought it was so much fun. They call it Dephemerember. I think that's how you pronounce it. It is quite difficult. I will obviously leave all the details down below, the hashtag and things like that. So I've decided to join because they are encouraging everybody to join. And if you want to make a video, you can send it to them and they will add it to a playlist. And there will be a whole various lots of YouTubers who make videos, or you can just follow on Instagram on the hashtag. And as I said, every day there is a prompt. It's made out of two things. It's sort of an item and then something that sort of inspires you. So I've done already now, I think 5 of them. This is day 1. Now day 1 was taking a playing card and make a tag out of there, or make a ephemera piece out of there. Now I didn't use totally a playing card. I just used a sort of a card. It's a games card for my son. And I've just decorated to a vintage book pages, a hymn, or sort of a Christmas story book. I made it sort of vintagey up. I put a little snowflake on there, and the other part of the prompt is lace or ribbon. So I just gave it a lace or ribbon tag here at the top. So that's my first one. The second one was paint swatches or paint cards and stars. So what I've done is I've just made my own paint cards, or whatever you call it, and I've just put my distress oxide inks on there. I mark or stamp some stars, and then I've got this cute little stamp that a dear friend sent to me, and I thought it would work perfect with that. I just added there at the corner. So this is my second ephemera piece. The third one was a seed packet and a woodland animal. So I've just made my own little seed packet. And I've just put a little owl on there. This is sort of a ephemera pack from Rosie Design. So I've just add that there, and I put there Seeds of Hope. So that is in like a little journaling spot you can put in your junk journal. The fourth one was tickets and gold. So Barbara had a very good tutorial, and Liesel actually also, how to make tickets. So I've just cut a strip, took my hole punch and put half circles in there. And then I've cut it with a little zigzag scissors, and I've put some needle holes in there to give it this effect of a ticket. And I obviously put my gold ephemera pieces on there. So I love how that turned out. So this can become a belly band in a junk journal, or you can just use it as a little tuck spot, whatever you want to use it for. The fifth one is a button card and coffee. Now, I don't know if I cheated a little bit. Barbara said I didn't cheat a little bit. I'm not really into coffee stained paper, although I can appreciate it and I love people using it and things like that. I just thought I'm going to make my own little button, which is a coffee cup. So I've just, Barbara also had a very good tutorial how to make your own buttons. So I just made my own buttons. I actually use my Christmas Comfort digital print, which it's now available on my Etsy shop. I've used that to use as my sort of button card, made a little hole in there with little ribbon and things like that, and I just put on there cute as a button. So this is my 5th ephemera piece. Now today I'm making Mondays, but obviously you're only going to see this video tomorrow, so I'm going to see how it turns out if I have time to do both today and tomorrow's prompt. Now today prompts is a napkin, and you need to make a tag out of a napkin. So I've got this beautiful napkin piece. My Comfort December was inspired by this napkin. This is a company called, I think, Calf Kitchen. And I love this oldie worldy Christmas and things like that. And I love the colors. It is absolutely my colors. So I'm definitely going to use this, and I'm going to make this tag. Now I've got mixed media paper here because I want to use my distress oxide ink. So I've got everyone out here which I think will work best with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly just test it on a piece of paper. It's probably not the same paper, but I just want to see more or less the colors. because the red, obviously, I want to have as close as possible because I want to give it a background, and then I want to have this little Christmas scene here at the bottom. I'm going to put this Merry Christmas, cut that, also put that somewhere there, and then I want to just give it a mixed media background. So let me get my red. I've put a little red washi tape there just to remind myself that this is the red I'm using for red. So that is the color of the Distress ink, the Candied Apple. I'm just going to get a wipe. Now I'm going to use the probably more the Christmas one, the Festive Berries. That might be a little bit more closer to what I want. Tell you the truth, they are very, very much the same. But I almost feel to me the Candied Apple is a little bit more closer to this red. Maybe I'll use that for a change because I haven't used that for at all. Now I'm going to look at the blues. I've got a fair amount of blues there. So if you look at there is sort of a greeny blue and a sort of a dusty blue. So I'm going to try I think the Speckled Egg is one of my new ones I bought the other day. That might work. That is quite nice. The Stormy Sky might also work very well. Okay, that's a possibility. The Peacock Feathers, I want to see if that goes with some of the greens here. Peacock Feathers, I think, let me see, maybe not, maybe it's going more with the blues, I don't know. The Peacock Feathers might not work. The Salvage Patina, but as I said previously, my Salvage Patina is very dried up. Let's see if there's any green or blue that looks like that. Might work. And then I've got this, obviously, Victoria Velvet, which I'll go over to the pink again. That will work with the lighter pink. Obviously, there is probably loads more colors which will work better, but this is what I have in my stash. So I need to use what I have. So I need to use the light pink with the dark pink. And then I've got Lucky Clover, which is probably not going to be 100% that color, but let's try that. The green colors. Well, actually, it might work. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is for the darker green, I'm going to do the Lucky Clover. Speckled Egg for the lighter blue. And then I'm going to use the Candied Apple for the dark red and the Victoria Velvet for the light pink. And then I'm not going to go for this light green or yellow green. That is probably the part I don't like about this design. But yeah, let's see what we can do. I wish I had a little bit more sort of a lighter sort of candy pink. I must actually go and get that for me if I can find that in the shops. Okay, so let's make some mixed media tag. As I said, I've got my mixed media paper here. So now I'm just basically going to mix it and get a nice effect, and then I'm going to cut it and put my serviette on it. Okay, I'm going to put you on fast forward and let's start. Okay, the tag didn't turn out as wonderful as I thought it would be. I don't actually know at the end why I decided to use mixed media paper for it, because I was not going to wet it, because I just didn't wanted that sort of wet effect, that oxidized effect on it. I wanted to keep it a little bit more, I don't know, vintage and sort of this shabby chic type of look. So as you can see, my blending also didn't really work well, but at the end the tag looks actually quite nice. I'm very happy with how it turned out. So what I'm now doing is just making the shape of the tag. Obviously, I've put my serviette on top of it just to see that it measure and the picture I want in there fit in there. And then I'm just cutting the ears off my tag. And you know the trick, you cut one side off, you turn it over and you put it on the other side. And that's exactly how you get the same amount on each side. So now I'm just cutting my serviette out, just the little scene I want on my tag. And as I said, I've measured it. And now I'm just going to do the old trusted trick where you put sellotape or washi tape on it and you tear the papers off. That's also one of Barbara's tricks. And then I thought actually it was done, but I realized now actually there is another layer. And then I'm going to use another trick, which lots of people do, is just take a brush with water and just go roughly around the edges where you want to tear, because then you get a much more organic look and it's much more easier to tear. Then just if you cut it, obviously it's much more sharper edges. Now it sort of looks like you blend it in on the tag. I've also decided to use my glue stick to put the serviette down. But I think in hindsight, I should have just got the mud spots out. Somehow my serviette didn't want it to blend in very nicely on this tag. I think it picked up the colors from the tag, the Distress Oxide ink, and it sort of colored the edges and it made this natural shadow around the edges. So I did later camouflage it with texture paint, as you will see later. So I'm just cutting the edges off. I love this little Christmas scene. It is so adorable. It looks like something from Europe. We in South Africa just doesn't do Christmas like this. It's hot and it's so different here in South Africa. I've also decided to use that Merry Christmas, put it in a corner. And I'm just using exactly the same method with the water brush and my glue stick. Unfortunately, the M of the Merry Christmas fell off, but I think your eye will trick you and you will read what you think it says. I'm sure people will know it's Merry Christmas. At the end of the day, this is for me and it's just for fun. So I'm also making a hole punch in there just to, before I'll put something on top of there, which I'm not supposed to. So I'm just using my little crocodile. It's not really a crocodile, but I'll call it my crocodile, to put the eyelet in there. And now I'm going in with the Mod Spots, hoping that I will sort of blend the serviette a little bit more on my tag, but it didn't work. So then I thought I'm going to use the texture paint, and I've got the stencil. It's actually little arrows, but actually if you look close by, it might look like Christmas trees. So I thought that will be a nice way of just drawing your eyes away, hopefully, from the hearts edges of the serviette. I wanted to use white acrylic paint to make snowflakes, but somehow it didn't work. It looks so easy when everybody else is doing it, but I couldn't manage, so I thought I'd settle for this texture paint, which look like small little Christmas trees. So I really am very glad I did that. So now I want to do some pom-poms at the end, because I just love my pom-poms. As you know, I was debating between the colors, but then I decided I'm going to go for this gingham red bow there at the top. And then I thought, now the red pom-poms will definitely work now very well. If I bring a different color in, it might be a little bit too much. So I'm just using my glue to stick it on. So I love how it turned out at the end of this tag. It's a lesson just to persevere and continue. So I'll leave all the details down below if you're interested in joining us. Obviously, Barbara's YouTube channel, Liesl YouTube channel, and the hashtag you can follow. It's never too late to join in. I'm having lots of fun. If you like this video, please give it a like. I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider so. I'd love to have you as a part of this family. You must have a fantastic week and hope to speak to you soon. Bye-bye.